Steven Crowder is back after leaving his fans hanging, almost literally, for 2 months. You know, Crowder was right before the insurrection. Crowder did about 15 episodes encouraging the fans to fight back and stop the steal and telling them the election was stolen. The minute the insurrection happens, he disappears. Doesn't tweet, doesn't do an episode. He finally surfaced. He finally is going to show his face after all the smoke's cleared. He didn't want to be kicked out. How gutless. How spineless. At least Alex Jones was out there with a megaphone. Steven Crowder was inside his house hiding, faking pregnancies and miscarriages and heart failures, anything he could fucking think of to get your mind off the fact that he bailed on you and let you get arrested, you know, told you to storm, told you that the election was a scam, and then the minute everybody realizes, oh my God, you know, he disappears. How despicable. How cowardly. Now he's back with his pipe and his gun. We're not scared, Crowder. Actually, I am. I'm terrified of Crowder. If anyone's capable, if I'm scared of anybody, it's him. He is the most psychotic person, and he never gets any of the heat. You know, they're always talking about Ben Shapiro. They're always talking about all these other people, Alex Jones. Alex Jones is a child's birthday clown compared to Steven Crowder. I mean, Steven Crowder, to me, is the utmost, most cultish-like, disturbing, you know, because he's subtle. And he really gets in there and he really weaves the mind of the tortured. And he really, I mean, I think Steven Crowder, I'm not kidding, I do believe he should be in jail. I think he is a danger to society, and it's the in-between little messages that he says where our minds are blown half the time. We can't believe what he says. So we've got some Crowder returns footage. Let's see what he's been up to. And he's got an explanation for us here. So let's hear. Where has Crowder been? The cowardly Crowder.
The first day of the second month of 2021 is when the show comes back. That's when I come back. The first day of the second month. You know which month that is? Okay, truth be told, I didn't want to start my first video back in a while by potentially mispronouncing February. It's a hard word.
Shut the fuck up, excuse boy. And if you can't see right through this, then you're what's called a Crowder fan. You know, and then you go, who would buy this? Oh, yeah, the same people that buy Crowder. I mean, you know, we're always so flabbergasted, but yeah, if you dedicate your life to this guy, yeah, you're capable of believing anything. So here's Crowder here, and if you haven't noticed, or maybe you haven't been following, but Crowder has been made fun of by his disgusting white trash community of these people on the right who go, bro, you have to have a kid, man. You got to have a kid. You got to have a kid. You know, that's what patriots do. They have kids. They make white babies, they say. Because, yeah, we're being taken over by the B's and the M's. And if we don't have enough white babies, then everything will become Mexico. Now, that kind of is a message I agree with. However, the W's are just as bad, you know? And Crowder having a kid is not the solution to black people being annoying or too many Mexican Brendan Schaubs. The solution isn't to have more Crowders. Okay, that just makes everything worse. The solution is goodbye, America, and close your eyes and wait for it to blow up. All right, that's it. No solution. So Crowder has been teased and bullied by his Patriot fans that he needs a kid. It's not good enough to have a dog. You must have a child. So he's also ditched them for 3 months, and they're very mad. And they know that he was a pussy and ran away. So he came up with the perfect idea to get out of his sticky situation. He wasn't running away from all the trouble and afraid of the FBI and afraid knowing that, if the FBI looked at my videos, I'd probably be brought in. No. He was, you know where he was? He was having babies. Yes, just like you always wanted. Distraction. Oh, everybody's happy again. What a con man. And I bet you these little pictures he's going to hold up from the ultrasound are fake. I won't believe this till I'm sucking on those twins' tits when they're 18. When they're 18. Listen to this. Crowder's excuse.
For me, Black History Month first. Black History Month first will be the first show back, 10 a.m. Eastern.
And what's so funny about that, Crowder? Why is it funny about Black History Month? See, these are the not. And then people go, you're racist. And go, how am I racist? I don't know. You're smiling and saying, Black History Month is our first show back. Because you find that to be a farce. You hate the blacks and their history and their month. But then just say, yeah, I think Black History Month is stupid. I hate all this stuff. But they don't. They pretend. They get so offended if you say they are what they are. At least when people say it about me, you don't see me screaming and having a panic. Here you go.
Black History Month first will be the first show back, 10 a.m. Eastern.
He hates it.
For those who have to abbreviate everything. I know it's been a spell. I appreciate most of you pardoning our dust. Some of you haven't, and I understand that too. Usually we take a month break. Mid-December through early January. We'll be going on with this break 3 weeks longer than anticipated. And I've had to go to...
if I'm telling a huge lie... It's a good thing these guys are so stupid they can't see the most basic average poker tells, being manically presented to them while you try to come up with this concept. And look at you. Yeah, he's dyeing his hair too. God forbid one gray hair peeks out on these guys' beards. That really is psychotic. All of them are dyeing their beards and hair. I might dye my hair. Solidarity.
I think that we should do it as an experiment to see how you
I'm going to dye my hair jet black.
But
we'll see how long.
Black.
It's really pathetic. I mean, I could see the dyed beard. How are these people approaching 40? They don't have one gray hair?
Radio silence, mostly, out of necessity. For those who still are subscribed to, Crowder Bits or Instagram or Twitter, I've posted some stuff there. But for three main reasons, and let me rattle them off. See, this is what happens when my tongue isn't.
When
it's
you're
not used to going a mile a minute. Really, not necessarily. A mile a minute isn't really that fast. When you think about that expression, a mile a minute. That's.
I mean, he's starting to look like I've seen some guys in the bring back look like this, but their last name is Rodriguez. Sarandio Rodriguez, and you click on it. He's got a beard like this, jet black hair. You go, get the fuck.
Again, I don't want to do math incorrectly, but I think it's not that fast.
Wait till you hear his excuse.
In many places.
Cheers, guys. Welcome to Red.
Twins, major lawsuit, heart problem. Okay, in no particular order of importance. Let me go through them here.
I love that. Yeah. So why have I bailed on you? Twins, major lawsuit, heart problem. That should cover it, huh? The Hodge twins.
This is why we've been delayed, myself really in particular. If you followed the program last year, you know that my wife had a miscarriage.
Woo!
We talked about it at greater length with Mark Driscoll on the last Ash Wednesday of the year. And I don't say that for sympathy. I say it because I know that many of you out there have gone through that experience or are going through it right now. And a
lot of people having miscarriages lately. Huh. Interesting. More miscarriages than ever. By the way, isn't a miscarriage just what they call trying to have a baby? We didn't used to celebrate the miscarriage as a funeral. You just called it, hey, I tried to have a baby 3 or 4 times, and it didn't work, and now it worked. Or maybe it would be horrible. I guess it would be horrible if you wanted a baby. I always think of it in the terms of who would want this fucking baby. This is great. What a...
It's a gift.
Free.
If you get pregnant, it's a huge panic.
Yeah,
and then
but I forget these people want the baby. And imagine growing this baby for 12 weeks and then it dies in you. Now you're haunted.
It would be awful.
If anything, I could relate to I don't want anything dying in my house. I've seen enough Amityvilles, and I know what happens next. I'm terrified of ghosts. That's my one fear. Ghosts. You can't defeat them. It's too eerie. It's too creepy. It's too invasive. A ghost is very invasive. Sometimes I have dreams that there's like a ghost in the house or something, and it's really way more disturbing than a murder dream or something like that. I don't know about you. I saw something when I was a kid, a movie, of course. If I ever saw a real ghost, I'll tell you right now, I would take my own life. You'd never hear the story. Probably most suicides are guys you go, I can't believe he probably just saw a ghost. He had no choice. All right, listen to this. Crowder's lies. 3 little lies.
That it can be tough. It was tough, and I say it because there is hope, because now Mrs. Crowder is going to have 2 little Crowders. Look at this.
Wow, perfect. So, okay, Crowder, you didn't bail on us. He holds up these pictures, and he knew if his fans see baby, all is forgiven.
Hard eyes.
There, because now Patriots, white babies.
Baby.
Let's kill, finally. Oh, 2 kids. This is great. And you're sponsored by the gun companies. Great. So, here are these, and it doesn't look real. I mean, anyone could download these. And let me guess, there's going to be another miscarriage here. I don't even know if his wife's having miscarriages. I think this is a gay man. He doesn't want kids. He's stuck in this terrible situation where he can't exist as a gay man after all that he's done. He's fucked. He's in this loop. He's with this woman he doesn't love. They're all pressuring him to have a kid. He don't want a kid. He's making up miscarriages. He's poisoning the wife with Windex. I don't know what's going on, but I don't think we're ever going to see these twins. You know? Unless it's The Shining and they come back as ghosts.
There's baby A. This is at 9 weeks.
Same
baby A. And there's
Baby A.
This is baby.
Oh, so you're already naming it after Lady Alchemy. Baby A! Get it? Instead of Lady A. What do you call your twin baby if you really love Lady A? Baby A. Baby Alchemy. That's perfect. And then Baby B. Ooh, probably should kill that one. You don't like bees. Baby A. If someone ever referred to me as Baby A, I hate twins, by the way. I find them freaky and creepy.
Scary. And imagine if you thought you were just going to have one kid and how hard that would be to deal with, and then realizing you're going to have to raise 2 babies.
And then they got to dress the same, and you got these 2 little kids who got their own world going on. They're against you.
And they're like 75% chance more likely to be evil.
They have their own
evil.
agenda. I fucking hate twins. I hate adult twins, middle-aged twins, little twins, 2 babies in a stroller paired up next to each other.
Ooh.
I want kids at different heights. And
3.5 years
staggered.
apart is the perfect.
3 years minimum is perfect.
The minimum I'll go for.
Any closer than that, you got 2 kids, they're living their own life. You can't trust them. I hate twins. It shouldn't be allowed. It seems like that's... What do they call that when you like hire your kid to be the CEO and he's not ready? They call
nepotism?
it nepotism. Twins is like nepotism somehow. You know what I mean? It's like, we need to split you 2 apart. You know, like definitely in school, they either do like, I've seen it go both ways where they're like, these twins cannot be in the same building together. It's unfair to the other kids. I like that. And then sometimes you go, these twins need to be together. Their parents demand it. No. It's fucking evil.
Separated twins. Every twin I knew in school were always together all the time. I've never heard of a separated twin.
Oh, really? No, I know. And then they dress them the same. I mean, that would not be fun, especially like baby Alessi. Now it's got to have 2 twins next to her.
What, she's going to be in hell.
I know. It's like the Olsen twins have another sister, and you're like, ooh.
She thought she had the whole horse
Doesn't
ranch
seem
thing
right.
all to herself, and now she has these 2
Yeah,
little
break
creeps.
up the twins. I want to actually start a campaign where I split up twins. They shouldn't even be allowed to live in the same state. Those Oppenheimers from Selling Sunset.
Another example.
It's so creepy, and they all like have secrets with each other.
Ooh.
And they're up to no good, and you know, their 2 heads combined. It's like cheating. It's cheating on a test. It's like the same thing. They're up to no good. Every twin should be pick one.
A. This is at 9 weeks. Baby A. And this is baby B. Ab, we're calling him. Look at that little club foot. He's got my Fred Flintstone feet already.
No. You just saw this online. You go, oh, that's perfect because I have a club foot and they'll buy it if the baby is a club. No, shut the fuck up. You downloaded these. These babies, you'll never see them. He'll go, oh, my wife had the kids. I want to live a life of privacy, you know. And you'll all respect it because, oh, those. And then, or I'll say, oh, she miscarried again. Or you'll never hear about these kids again. Or maybe you will. It's either one of the 3 options. They are real or they're not.
I'm hoping it's a he with that club foot. Kind of looks like the little character E.T. in the Atari game, which destroyed many childhoods forever. And
I mean, what are the odds that he's been doing Stop the Steal, and then right when the insurrection hits and he's up for hanging, he has twins? Perfect time for a 2-month break.
I literally
Who has twins during an insurrection? I've never heard of such a thing.
Me neither. But also, I can't imagine Crowder with a kid at all for some reason.
Imagine
it's so unnatural him as a father.
Imagine if during Bill Clinton, Monica Lewinsky scandal, he just came out and said, "I've got twins." So, no impeachments. You'd hang him. Imagine if Obama had twins just now. You'd be pissed.
We had another close call with almost lost both of these twins, and that required a little more of my time and attention here. But that's not the primary reason that we've had to be.
He's got 3 reasons in case the twins ain't good enough for you. He's got 2 other great excuses as to why
all of interest to me.
He wasn't here. Yeah, I can't wait to hear the second one. Is he looks down in an unconfident panic.
By the way, give me some names that you guys would like. I'm particularly fond of Magnus. If it's a boy,
wait, no. He wants to name his baby Magnus after the hit phrase MAGA. Magnus. That's a cool, terrible German Nazi name.
Magnus Crowder. I also like Evander, but I don't want to.
Because black people. Evander. He wants to name his kid Holyfield. Now that's to throw you off. How could I be racist? I wanted to name my kid Evander. Evander Holyfield. Never heard of that? Nope. You're not going to name him Evander, and if you do, then I'll come box him.
I want to put on him foreshadowing.
Adolf, they're saying.
But I like Evander and I like Magnus, and if it's a girl, I've just thought of Heather just because my French Canadian mom.
Towers, yeah. Name them Towers. Tower 7 and Tower 1. Yeah, they're saying Clumpy. All these are funny. Clumpy Crowder. Why Clumpy? Xander from the BBG. Very funny. Okay.
Can't pronounce H's or
Let's hear some more.
TH's. So, Eder, give me a good name that would be a fun prank for my mom. I would just, know what? I will name my child whatever name you can come up with the most H's and...
No, you won't. You're saying this now, but you won't do it. You're just trying to get out of this big jam.
Says just to bust my mom's chops. The other thing, major lawsuit. So
a major
going on
lawsuit
behind the scenes, and
he's got a major lawsuit as well. Okay, surely there's a sector of his fans that will feel sympathy for this.
Before we get to my heart problem, which is
there's a heart problem. He's got a heart problem, huh? Do Adderall and heart problems go together? Is that a good idea? Wonder how you got your heart problem. Could it be from all the speed I've accused you on being on the last 5 years? He has a heart problem here, folks. What was it the other day? I thought he had a thyroid condition. He's had so many conditions.
Fibromyalgia.
Fibromyalgia. Now it's a heart problem. Every time he goes away for a week, it's a new disease.
Reason. And the lawsuit. Look, when we come back Black History Month first, I want to make something clear. If you're looking for a show that just talks about how much Biden sucks, this is not the show for you.
Wait, why? Because that's what the show was right before the whole world hated all of you for the insurrection thing. And now that you're all under this microscope, look how he's trying to set them up. He's going to go soft. He's going to start backpedaling.
But he also has another big cause that he wants them to get behind.
But this is interesting. He knows he played it way too close, and he got super lucky, and they're not going after him right now, and he's going to back it up. He's going to back that up a little bit. It's not going to be the Biden Sucks podcast?
Former Vice President Joe Biden does suck. And I do think he shows some signs of cognitive decline. I'm not speculating. I'll have my doctor on. I'll have a neurologist on to talk about it. And yes, listen, President Joe Biden, and of course the mainstream media.
I met with Biden the other day. to see what he's up to because I said I got to.
You're a liberal guy now.
Well, I had to make sure, not that I'm liberal, but I had to make sure that, I can say this. I sat with him. I spoke to him. I can say this. He's gay. Tried to fuck. Tried to suck my dick. I spit on his face, and he licked it up. He loved it. He begged me, and he was crawling on his hands and knees and doing. He started going, prisoner, prisoner. It was insane. He loves Dua Lipa. What is her name?
Dua Lipa.
Is that her name?
Dua Lipa.
Dua Lipa, he said. So don't vote for him.
Really, they're not so mainstream anymore, which we'll get to in a second. Hollywood, they're
he just throws it at Hollywood. Same old me.
They're a primary adversary. But a lot of Republicans did nothing. Okay, for 4 years, did nothing. And I'm not just talking about the election, which we've covered at length here on the program. As a matter of fact, some of the information in the amicus briefs came from yours truly, and I shouldn't be doing that.
Ooh, the liars suck in. All right, let's see. 9:15. We'll just hear about the heart problems. You cannot take one more Adderall pill if you do, in fact, have heart problems. That's rule number 1 about speed. Do not take if your heart has problems. Why should your heart have problems at this age? Unless...
At Mug Club Ladder with Crowder, which brings me to my final reason. Look, a big reason that we broke a little earlier than the Nevada stream, which we were planning on doing, was, I've come into the knowledge of a pretty serious heart issue.
Coming to the knowledge.
Issue. And I know for people, it's not from the
Oh my God! Will you stop lying about something? I mean, this is the most
it's like
lie-y guy. I was like, woo! Yikes, man. They got the heat lamps on this guy.
Occasional cigar. Let me be really clear. It's genetic, it's mechanical, and it likely will require, what's the opposite of minimally invasive surgery? A maximum unpleasantness surgery.
Dick Cheney had a heart problem, too. I know that from Eminem. Your husband's heart problem's complicated.
Well.
Same guy.
So let me kind of start backwards here a little bit. This was discovered accidentally, and I'm sure it was exacerbated by, as a matter of fact, I took a break about 3 years ago for some similar health issues, and we now know that they might have been misdiagnosed. I've just sort of had to compensate and live with it. I had what I thought were repeated panic attacks, and that's just because people didn't really know what it was.
I had repeated panic attacks. Listen to this crazy stuff. I mean, talk about a patriot here. You should not be able to have access to a gun if you're having panic attacks. Listen to what he describes, and then he's got a gun in every corner of the house with these ghost twins floating around.
And we'll actually have footage when we come back here, February 1st, to show you off air where I was sort of describing these things. And I'm sure it wasn't helped by the fact that I was going on about 3-4 hours sleep most nights from election until we
ended
up going on break. That's not good for you. I don't take pride in that. That's bad. You should sleep. It's not a good thing. It doesn't make you tough. It's a problem. And I have had panic attacks in my life. Let me be clear. But I can count them on one hand.
Wow, I can't.
The amount of times that I've had panic attacks. And I can trace them as to why, I had this feeling. But it got to the point where these things were just happening repeatedly, and I was waking up.
It got to the point where it was happening repeatedly. Panic attacks. Could it be from the panic that you should feel from what you've done? You don't have panic attacks unless there's something to panic about.
With them. And I think we have this footage at the studio where I would be saying, like, gosh, my heart just feels like it's fluttering. It feels like it's going to beat out of my chest and getting faint.
It's called speed, drug use,
when I spoke with
abuse.
Doctors, but this was a panic attack. But I'm not really necessarily, I'm tired, but I'm not necessarily stressed, not like in the past where I've had panic attacks. And we've even had to compensate on the show for months now, where I take 5 or 10 minutes and do this sort of deep breathing before the show. And then after the show, 5 or 10 minutes, because I kept getting winded and feeling lightheaded. And when I would go and drink from my mug.
That's Adderall usage. I just don't understand.
I feel like now
we're not even accusing him. He says, I use Adderall. Try it again. Everybody go home. Take 30 milligrams of Adderall. See how you feel. That's how Crowder feels every 5 minutes of the day. He's taking about 90. This is just so absurd that he's playing dumb as to why his heart is fluttering. You're on cocaine.
It was a signal for someone else to say something because I'd be going like a really, like a fat guy, like a fatter guy comment section. And we just sort of, they see there's another plane. There's a plane crashing. Someone is about to die. And that's always a tragedy. I don't care who you are.
What?
It just popped up on an ECG. Now, the reason that this has been extended through the break is not because I couldn't necessarily do the show with these sort of these heart flutters, sort of pseudo panic attacks, which I don't want to get into exactly what it is because I don't.
Tell that to QAnon guru or whatever his name. Who's that guy? QAnon shaman.
Yes.
You know, he was having a flutter too. All right, but you know what? He went out there. He did what he had to do. You know, tell that to Piranha. And are you guys? You and Gavin are always so comfortably not there.
Piranha,
you know what I mean?
showed you who's more powerful.
You make all your minions go out just like American History X. You got that old man up there in the office. He don't go out and do the dirty work. He sends the minions. That's what you two do. You send your minions. You're never there so that you can never get caught. You don't care how many people under you go to jail as long as you're still racking in the bucks and confusing the Dumases.
Misspeak, but I have had to go through 5 doctors because it's incredibly
rare.
5
doctors, a team.
And I didn't want to come back and stutter step, come back and have to stop or give you an explanation that was an incorrect explanation because I didn't want to drag. You guys don't need to be dragged through that. It's like, look, I need to hit the seat and do the show.
Oops.
It's severe enough, I'll tell you this, that if I were in another job and didn't run a business, I'd be able to collect disability indefinitely. That's not what I want to do. That's not what we plan on doing. And because of COVID, things kept changing. If I were to have a cardiac...
COVID isn't real, you fucking idiot. You just said that last week.
I love how I don't have to care about anyone's diseases because Mike's is so much worse.
So much worse. So I'm allowed to make fun of anybody that I want. He's got heart problems, and then he did a 300 parody. We love Crowder parodies.
Yes, I haven't watched this yet.
We haven't seen it. Let's wrap it up with a classic Crowder parody. Apparently his heart is working perfect to film for 59 hours straight. This high-budget action movie that he made with his heart condition. I don't know about you. When I have a heart condition, I don't make action movies during insurrections where I claim that I'm off. So here he is with his brand new parody movie. Let's see if it's any good. Louder with Crowder Studios presents... Produced by Mohammed. It literally said Mohammed on there.
After the Battle of 2020.
Oh, it's a 300 parody called Bow to No One. Crowder returns. 300 parody.
Crowder readies before the legions of big tech.
Jeez, imagine involving yourself. I can't think of something worse for a heart condition than... Imagine go to your doctor and be like, ooh, I have a heart condition. Can I have sex? I would wait a little bit. Can I walk upstairs? I would wait a little bit. Can I reenact the movie 300? Yeah, go ahead. 300, the craziest action movie of the 20th century.
I had like this heart thing where I was in the hospital for a couple of weeks, myopericarditis, and I wasn't allowed to even lift a light bag for 6 months.
So what guy with a heart condition and his wife's having 2 twins? And he's got a major lawsuit. How do you have time to reenact the movie 300, the most complicated, physically complicated movie? Look at this. They're calling it 300 milligrams.
Wow.
300 mg. I love it. Let's see Crowder in 300. He better be, the guy who sits on the throne with all those earrings.
Our Mug Club warriors are outnumbered and exhausted, but it is not fear that grips them, only a heightened sense of things. Cool air in their lungs, the wind sweeping the plugs which
Crowder,
stand
right?
atop the head of the professed victor. The former vice president and would-be God King sits atop his throne as he speaks to an undefeated foe.
There's Biden.
Crowder. Despite your insufferable arrogance, the God King has come to admire your fighting spirit and your mugs. You could make a mighty ally, man, even in light of your continued insults.
That's a great Biden.
Your horrid hate speech blasphemies. The Lord of Hosts is prepared to forgive all.
What the fuck? I thought I was the Lord of Hosts.
To reward your service. You fight for your channel, man. Keep it. You fight for your whole thing. Keep them too. Your victory will be complete if you but lay down your arms and kneel before your holy former vice president.
It's like the Scar brothers there. Oh my God. He put together all this. Look at how much work this was. This is a full 300 reenactment. I gotta see if he does any somersaults here. With the heart condition. Throwing a shield is still pretty...
He's doing all his own stunts, by the way.
Oh, exactly. Uh-oh, here he is. Oh, shit. He's looking at a microphone. Look at this. Instead of a sword, he's got a microphone there. Oh, he drops the mic. Mic drop. Biden sees it. Crowder drops to his knees. He's been there before. Biden spreads his arms. What will happen? Maybe he does have a heart condition. Look at him. He's crying tears of blood. This is very long. This is like one of those scenes in the movie that you don't even like.
I know.
That you're like, come on. Oh! Here he comes. Now they're all running towards Biden. Oh, is that Crowder? He's throwing the microphone at Biden like a spear. Hits Biden in the head.
It's assault.
That is a call to violence. Okay. Louder with Crowder. And maybe you should be taking it easy with Crowder here. You got a heart problem. They say you're going to die. You got these twins to take care of. You're running around like that. He returns February 1st. Don't miss it. It's going to be a good program. We're going to learn about God.
He's suing Big Tech.
Oh, he's going to sue Big Tech. Yeah, he's going to take down. Remember when he took down YouTube? He exposed YouTube. He was going to expose the steal. Trump was going to be the president. Remember that? And then his heart problem, of course. Very, very funny.